Have you ever felt, as you stood in line to buy a lottery ticket, that curious tug within your chest, a whisper that perhaps, just perhaps, the ticket in your hand held more than numbers? That it carried something of destiny, a golden possibility wrapped inside fragile paper?
For many, the lottery is reduced to cold statistics, to the rigid mathematics of chance. 1 in millions, they say. They hold it as gambling, as folly, as reckless hope against impossible odds. Yet what if we dared to see differently? What if the lottery itself were not a game of numbers at all, but a mirror, a reflection of the infinite abundance that streams eternally from the divine, waiting not for luck, but for alignment?
The truth, beloved listener, is that abundance is not rationed. The infinite does not measure out prosperity with stingy scales, rewarding a few and condemning the rest to lack. No divine supply is boundless, like an ocean without shore, a river that flows without ceasing. The lottery ticket, then, is not gambling. It is a symbol. It is a golden key reminding you that within you already lies the vault of inexhaustible wealth, and you are free to open it. Imagine for a moment an ocean made not of water, but of shining coins, golden, glimmering, endless. Every wave that crashes is prosperity. Every tide that rises is opportunity. The sea does not ask, "Are you worthy of one coin?" It simply offers infinitely without measure. And yet so many stand at the shore, clutching a thimble, declaring, "This is all I am allowed." Scarcity thinking is the thimble. Abundance consciousness is the ship. You may set sail upon that ocean, filling every chamber of your life with golden possibility, if only you are willing to believe that the ocean is yours. Florence Scovel Shinn once said, "Nothing stands between man and his highest ideals and every desire of his heart but doubt and fear." The lottery, from the divine perspective, is not about odds stacked against you, but about whether you will allow yourself to align with the truth that nothing is withheld from the child of God. Consider this. The numbers that will one day fall into alignment, the winning numbers, already exist in the infinite. They are not hidden, not random, not cruelly withheld. They exist now as surely as the sun burns in the heavens. To the doubter, they are invisible. To the one who walks in faith, they are already his. The ticket then becomes a symbol not of chance, but of recognition. I see it. I accept it. I am open to receive. Pause here with me. Close your eyes if you will. Picture yourself holding that ticket, not with desperation, not with trembling doubt, but with serene knowing. It glows in your hand, not with inked numbers, but with golden light. That light is divine substance. That light is proof that you are not playing against odds, but affirming eternal truth. You are heir to boundless abundance. Have you ever sensed deep within, when buying a ticket, that moment of resonance, as though the universe itself leaned close and whispered, "Yes, this one. This is for you." That whisper is not delusion. It is recognition. The spirit within you is affirming what is already true, that you are not a beggar at fortune's door, but a rightful child of wealth unlimited. The lottery, then, is not chance. It is a demonstration, a parable acted out in modern form, pointing us back to spiritual law. Some will say, "But only a few win." Ah, but look closer. Life itself is the lottery, and those who win are those who believe they can. For every great fortune, every healed body, every transformed life began with one who dared to say, "It is mine.
I accept it now.
Beloved soul, lack is the illusion, abundance is the reality. When you buy a ticket, do not see numbers. See the golden key. See the symbol of your right to open the vault of supply that has always been yours. And as you hold it, say within,
I am one with the infinite abundance of God. I no longer see chance, but certainty. I no longer see odds, but order. I no longer see lack, but endless supply. And so when you next hear of the lottery, let not your heart sink with the thought of impossible odds. Instead, let it lift with remembrance. This is but another reflection of the truth that the universe is limitless and you are not excluded. Now I ask you, have you ever felt that mysterious pull of destiny when holding a ticket, that surge that says, this could be it? Share in the comments if you felt it, for that moment is proof you already stand at the threshold of divine abundance. There is a truth so radiant, so profound, that when the heart truly grasps it, life is never the same again. Abundance is your birthright. It is not a privilege reserved for the few. It is not the prize of the strong, nor the accident of the lucky. It is woven into your being as surely as breath, as surely as light belongs to the sun. You were born into an infinite universe crafted by divine intelligence, and you are not cast into it as a beggar, but as an heir. When a child is born into a wealthy household, there is no question of whether she has the right to inherit. The very fact of her birth makes her an heir. She does not have to struggle, plead, or prove. She simply grows into that which is already hers. Beloved soul, you too were born into immeasurable wealth, not measured in banknotes alone, but in ideas, in opportunities, in golden doors ready to open. The vault of abundance is your inheritance, and the key lies within your words, your beliefs, your vision. Florence Scovel Shinn declared, "Your word is your wand. What you speak, you summon. What you declare, you demonstrate. And yet so many walk this earth uttering words of lack. I can't afford it. Money is hard to come by. Riches are for others, not for me. Each such word is a spell cast against their own abundance. But oh, when the tongue learns to wield its true power, when it says boldly, I claim my inheritance now. I am rich in every good and perfect gift. Then the universe rushes to obey." Do you recall as a child playing make-believe? Perhaps you draped a blanket over your shoulders and became a king or queen. Perhaps you held a stick and it became a sword or a wand or a scepter of power. Children know instinctively the truth that adults forget. Imagination is creation. To pretend is to prophesy. There is a story I must tell you. Once there was a boy in a small town whose family struggled with poverty. The cupboards were often bare, and yet this child refused to see himself as poor. Day after day, he would take scraps of paper, scribbling numbers upon them, pretending they were checks written to his name. He played a game of being a millionaire, buying great houses in his imagination, gifting his mother jewels and laughter. Others mocked his make-believe, but he persisted. Years passed. The boy became a man, and with him grew a vision so strong it could not be denied. He entered business with nothing but ideas and determination. Doors opened, fortunes flowed, and one day, long after his pockets overflowed, he confessed to a friend, "I have been wealthy since I was 8 years old. I only had to wait for the world to catch up." Do you see, dear soul, abundance begins not in the hand, but in the heart. It begins when you dare to claim your inheritance, when you choose to speak words not of lack, but of plenty. The child who plays millionaire often grows into one for the imagination, is the soil in which divine ideas bloom.
The scriptures declare, "Beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health, even as thy soul prospereth." 3 John 1:2, note this well. Prosperity flows from the soul outward. First within, then without. The outer world is but a reflection of the inner claim.
But here lies the challenge so many have been taught otherwise. We are told money is scarce, that wanting wealth is selfish, that only toil and suffering earn a living. These are lies woven by fear, and they bind the soul like chains. To break them, one must remember lack is not holy. Poverty is not piety. To live in fear of money is not virtue, but bondage.
True holiness is freedom, and freedom requires supply. How can you give generously if your hands are empty? How can you bless others if your own cup is dry? To embrace abundance is not selfishness, it is service. For as Florence Scovel Shinn said, "Man can only receive what he sees himself receiving." When you see yourself wealthy, you become a channel through which wealth flows to bless the world. Pause with me here. Place your hand over your heart. Breathe slowly and affirm with me now in a whisper or aloud. Abundance is my birthright. I accept it, I claim it, I live in it now. Feel the weight of those words. They are not idle. They are not fantasy. They are a decree, a key turning in the lock of your inheritance. Consider again the lottery. The numbers are but symbols. When you buy that ticket, the true act is not the handing over of coins at a counter. The true act is the statement, "I open myself to receive." The question is never whether the divine can provide, it always has. The question is whether you will accept what already belongs to you. Beloved, abundance surrounds you now, even in this moment. Look around. The air itself is abundant. You cannot count the molecules. The stars above are abundant. You cannot number them. The grains of sand on the shore, the blades of grass in a meadow, the drops of water in a stream, these testify to a universe that knows no lack. Why then should your supply be different? Why should money alone be withheld? The lie of limitation crumbles before the evidence of creation itself. You are not a beggar at the table of life. You are a guest of honor. The feast of abundance is spread before you, and the infinite says, "All that I have is thine." Therefore stand tall, lift your head. No longer whisper words of defeat. Instead, speak the language of inheritance. I am rich in divine ideas. I am heir to infinite wealth. I do not earn abundance, I embody it. I do not chase riches, they flow to me. Abundance is my birthright, and I claim it now. And so I invite you, if your heart feels the truth of this, if you are ready to cast aside the cloak of lack and step into your inheritance, write it, speak it, declare it boldly. Comment, "I claim it," if you accept abundance as your divine right. There are forces at work in this universe, beloved soul, that are as certain, as steady, and as unchanging as the pull of gravity. Whether we acknowledge them or not, they are operating. Whether we align with them or resist them, they shape our lives. Just as a child may not understand electricity, yet still turns on the lamp and is bathed in light, so too do we live each day within the invisible architecture of universal law. Florence Scovel Shinn proclaimed, there is a supply for every demand. This is not a hopeful wish, but a law and unbreakable truth. To understand this is to step from chaos into clarity, from fear into faith. And to misunderstand it is to stumble in the dark, mistaking chance for order, lack for reality. Let us pause and imagine. Picture a grand mansion, vast and beautiful, its windows gleaming with light. To those who stand outside at night, it appears magical, the glow pouring from every room, the warmth radiating through the glass. Yet step within and you find not mystery, but wiring copper threads behind walls unseen, but perfectly ordered, carrying currents that make the whole house shine. Universal law is this wiring. It is unseen, yet it powers everything. The abundance you seek, the prosperity you long for, the winning ticket you dream of, all these are not random sparks, but outcomes of laws as precise as the circuits in that great house.
The first of these laws we must know is the law of attraction. What you dwell upon, you draw near. What you speak, you summon. Just as a magnet pulls iron filings without effort, so too does your mind pull into form the conditions it believes and envisions. If you fix your thoughts upon lack, life will echo it back to you with unpaid bills and closed doors. But if you anchor your heart upon abundance, opportunities, ideas, and provision come rushing to meet you. Like attracts like. This is no mere phrase, it is the rhythm of the universe. Have you not noticed how worry begets more worry and joy multiplies joy? The mind is a field, and it cannot grow both weeds and wheat together. What you plant, you harvest. Therefore, plant wisely. Next comes the law of circulation. Money like blood must flow. If it stagnates, fear grows. If it circulates, life increases. Many clutch at their money with clenched fists, saying, "I must hold on or it will leave me." Yet what happens when the hand is closed tight? Nothing enters, nothing exits, and the flow is stopped. The wealthy are not those who hoard, but those who let wealth move through them, giving, receiving, blessing, expanding. As you release freely, you demonstrate trust in the infinite source, and the law returns to you multiplied. Pause here and consider, when you pay a bill, do you grumble or do you bless it, saying, "I rejoice in the circulation of my wealth. Money flows freely to and from me in endless supply." Each payment then becomes not a loss, but a seed. And every seed must bring a harvest. Then there is the law of divine timing. This is the rhythm of the infinite, as precise as the turning of planets, as sure as the rising sun. You may demand today, but the law delivers when conditions are aligned. The lottery numbers you desire already exist, but they manifest at the appointed hour when your consciousness is prepared to receive without resistance. To the impatient, this feels like delay. To the faithful, it is assurance that nothing is lost. Think of the farmer. He does not plant in the morning and demand the harvest by nightfall. He trusts the process, waters the soil, tends the field, and knows the reaping will come in season. So too with divine supply. The law is never late, never early. It is perfect, exact, unfailing. Now some will ask, if these laws are so real, why do so few win the lottery? To this I answer, the lottery is but a symbol. The winning numbers are not the true prize. The real treasure is the awareness that abundance is everywhere and alignment is everything. Many play with fear, doubt, or desperate need, and the law reflects back exactly that. But one who plays with faith, joy, expectancy, and peace Then the ticket glows not with ink, but with certainty.
Beloved, understand this well. The winning numbers already exist. They are not hidden in some cruel vault released only to the lucky few. They are present now, waiting in the invisible realm, woven into the infinite matrix of possibility. You do not beg for them, you align with them. Just as a radio dial tunes to a station already broadcasting, so too does your faith tune you to the reality of abundance. Pause once more with me. Close your eyes. Imagine standing in that mansion of abundance, the wiring humming behind the walls. You do not see the wires yet, you trust the light will glow when you flip the switch. In the same way, you may not see universal law, yet you trust its power. And so you declare, I trust the unseen laws of the universe. I align with the law of attraction, my thoughts draw wealth. I align with the law of circulation, my wealth flows and grows. I align with the law of divine timing, my supply comes in perfect season. Let these words be your new foundation. You are no longer a wanderer in the dark. You are an heir walking in a mansion fully lit, every switch at your command. Now I turn the question to you, dear listener. Which law will you trust today? The law of attraction drawing to you that which you dare to envision? The law of circulation releasing and receiving in joyful flow? Or the law of divine timing, resting in the assurance that your good cannot be late? I invite you, write it, speak it, declare it. Which universal law will you trust starting now? There comes a moment in every soul's journey when the question shifts. No longer do we ask, will I be lucky? Instead, we ask, am I aligned? For luck is a fleeting shadow here, then gone. Alignment is the sunrise, steady and certain. Luck depends on odds, but alignment depends on law. Luck suggests randomness, but alignment reveals divine order. To live by luck is to toss seeds upon barren rocks, hoping some may sprout. To live by alignment is to plant in fertile soil, knowing the harvest must come. Consider the one who buys a lottery ticket with desperation. His hands tremble, his mind cries, I need this, I must win, or all is lost. That energy is not alignment, but fear. And fear always blocks the flow of abundance, for it proclaims lack. Now, picture another. She buys her ticket calmly, joyfully, with a smile that says, I play not to chase wealth, but to affirm that wealth already chases me. She does not cling. She does not beg. She releases the ticket as a seed into the soil of universal law, confident that whether by this ticket or another avenue, her supply is certain. That is alignment. Florence Scovel Shinn often reminded her students, faith knows it has already received and acts accordingly. When you shift from hoping to knowing, from wishing to claiming, you move from luck into alignment. And in alignment, demonstration becomes inevitable. Let us tell a story. There was once a man named Charles. He was a skeptic, a scoffer at all things spiritual. He mocked those who spoke of manifestation, declaring, it's all nonsense, numbers are random, life is chance, and money comes only by sweat. Yet in his heart, he longed for freedom. One day, burdened by bills and weary of struggle, he found himself at a small shop. Almost against his will, he bought a ticket. But this time, something stirred. He remembered a phrase his grandmother used to whisper, God provides in mysterious ways. For the first time, he held the ticket not as a gambler, but as a possibility. A spark of faith flickered. That night, Instead of cursing his luck, he placed the ticket beneath his pillow and prayed, not begging, but releasing. If this be my avenue, let it come. If not, let me be led to the good that is already mine. He slept in peace, the first in many weeks. Days later, Charles did not win the jackpot, but he won something greater. He awoke with a change of heart. He began reading spiritual texts, began affirming, "I am aligned with divine supply." His bitterness dissolved. Within months, unexpected opportunities opened. A friend offered him partnership in a business. Prosperity flowed, debts were cleared, and his life transformed. Years later, he did indeed win a large lottery prize, but by then he smiled, for he understood the prize was not luck. It was alignment. Do you see, beloved, the shift is everything. When you stand in alignment, you cease to chase outcomes. You rest in assurance. The harvest is guaranteed not always through the ticket, but always through divine demonstration. Let us return to our metaphor of seeds. Imagine two farmers. One throws his seeds upon stony ground, muttering, "Perhaps some will grow if I am lucky." He does not water, he does not tend. His harvest is thin. The other plants carefully in fertile soil, waters daily, and trusts the law of growth. He does not worry, for he knows the sun and rain will do their work. When the season comes, his barns overflow. Which farmer are you? To live by luck is to throw seeds blindly. To live by alignment is to tend the soil of your heart water with faith and harvest with certainty. Now, pause with me. Close your eyes. Place your hand upon your heart. Breathe deeply. Say within, I release the need for luck. I choose alignment with divine abundance. I plant my seeds in fertile soil. I trust the law of growth. My supply is certain, inevitable, and already mine. Feel the shift. It is quiet, steady, and profound. You need not grasp. You need not beg. You only align. Beloved, the lottery is not gambling when seen through spiritual eyes. It is a demonstration, a mirror, a practice of alignment. To those who play with desperation, it is folly. To those who play with faith, it is affirmation. For the true wealth is not the ticket itself, but the consciousness it awakens. So I ask you now, when was your shift moment? When did you first glimpse that you were meant for more, that life is not about struggle, but about flow? Share your story. For every story of alignment kindles another flame, and together we light the path for many. Yes, the world will call it luck, but you will know it as law. And law, beloved soul, never fails. Before gold can flow into your hands, it must first flow through your heart. Before riches can find your address, your inner dwelling must be swept, cleared, and prepared to receive. The lottery, prosperity, supply, all these are not external prizes to be chased, but internal states to be welcomed. The vault of abundance is never locked against you, beloved soul. It is only the shadows of fear, guilt, and unworthiness within that cause the door to seem closed. Florence Scovel Shinn taught man's word is his wand filled with magic and power. Yet how often are our words cast against ourselves? How often do we mutter, I don't deserve this? Money is hard. Wealth is for others. Each such phrase is like dust on the mirror of the soul. dimming the reflection of infinite abundance that longs to shine through you. The first step, therefore, in preparing the heart and mind for abundance is release. Release the old lies. Release the inherited beliefs that told you wealth was dangerous, money was dirty, or abundance was selfish. Release the wounds of childhood when you were told, "We can't afford it. That's too much." Be realistic. These words were never the truth of you. They were the echoes of fear handed down from those who had forgotten their inheritance. Take a breath with me now. Inhale deeply, and as you exhale, whisper, "I release." Again, inhale, then exhale, "I release." With each breath, feel the grip of old beliefs loosening like chains falling away from your shoulders. Now we must clear money guilt. Have you ever felt a pang of shame when thinking of wealth? As though to be rich were somehow wrong, a betrayal of humility or virtue. This guilt is a phantom born of misunderstanding. Poverty is not holiness. Lack does not glorify the divine. The lilies of the field are clothed in splendor. The stars scatter jewels across the sky. Is creation ashamed of its wealth? No, it revels in it. Why then should you feel guilt for being clothed in prosperity? Imagine a river flowing freely. It nourishes villages, waters fields, brings life wherever it goes. Would the river feel guilty for its abundance? No, it simply flows because that is its nature. So too with you. You are not meant to dam the river of your supply. You are meant to let it pour blessing yourself and others. Say aloud with me now, "I release all guilt about money." Wealth is good. Abundance is holy. Prosperity blesses me and all I touch. Feel how the heart expands with these words. For guilt is a wall, and when it crumbles, flow returns. Next, we must heal scarcity trauma. Perhaps you have known the fear of empty cupboards, the anxiety of overdue bills, the shame of borrowing and begging. These experiences leave scars, and the subconscious remembers them, replaying them like old records. Even when money comes, the old fear whispers, "It may leave again." You are not safe. It will never be enough. But beloved, let us rewrite the record. Close your eyes. Picture yourself as a child standing in that moment of fear, perhaps hearing your parents argue about money, perhaps feeling the ache of lack. Step now in your mind into that scene and see your present self, strong, radiant, clothed in divine light, step beside the child. Kneel down, take that little hand, whisper, "You are safe now. You will always be provided for. Abundance is your birthright, and it can never leave you." Watch as the child smiles, the fear melting like snow in sunlight. In this moment, you heal not just your past, but your present. The subconscious receives the new truth, "I am safe in abundance. My supply is secure." Now let us prepare the mind with affirmations, those golden keys that turn the locks of consciousness. Say these slowly with me, letting each one sink deep. I am open to receive. I welcome wealth with joy and gratitude. Money comes to me easily and freely in perfect ways. I deserve abundance, for I am one with the infinite source. I am safe in prosperity. I am supported in supply. I am sustained by divine law. Do not rush these words. They are not mere phrases. They are seeds planted in the soil of your mind. Repeat them daily, water them with belief, and the harvest will come. Now, beloved soul, I invite you into a brief, guided imagery. Close your eyes once more. See before you a great door tall and shining with carvings of vines, heavy with fruit coins spilling into fountains, jewels sparkling like stars. This is the door of abundance, and it has always been yours. Place your hand upon the handle. Feel the warmth, the invitation. Whisper, "I am ready." The door swings open.
Inside, you see a treasury vast beyond imagination. Piles of gold chests overflowing with jewels, rivers of silver, and streams of light. But look closer, each coin, each jewel, each river is not money alone, it is opportunity, creativity, ideas, health, joy, peace. It is the wealth of life itself. Step inside, stretch out your arms, feel the radiance washing over you. Whisper, "This is mine. I receive it now." Stay here for a moment. Breathe it in. Let the imagery imprint upon your soul. For this vision is not fantasy. It is the truth of your inheritance awaiting your acceptance. And now, beloved, return, gently carrying with you the certainty that you are no longer preparing to receive. You have received. The heart is ready. The mind is clear. The soul is aligned. Before we close this part of the journey, I ask you this question for your reflection and journaling. What belief about money am I ready to release? Write it down, speak it, burn it, if you will, as an offering to the fire of transformation. Then write its replacement. What truth about abundance will I now live by? This is the preparation. This is the clearing of the soil, the healing of the heart, the reprogramming of the mind. And when this is done, beloved, the flow cannot be stopped. The gates of abundance are open, and nothing can shut them.
I am open to receive. I am ready to receive. I do receive. And so it is. Beloved listener, let us step now into the sacred workshop of creation, where all victories are first won in the imagination. The imagination is not mere fantasy. It is the divine blueprint, the pattern maker of your destiny. Every invention, every painting, every book, every fortune was first seen with the inner eye before it was touched by human hands. When Florence Scovel Shinn declared man can only receive what he sees himself receiving, she was giving you the key to treasure. If you would manifest a lottery win, you must first live it, breathe it, taste it, feel it in the chambers of your mind until it is as real as the sunrise. Close your eyes with me now. Take a slow, deep breath and imagine. See yourself standing at the counter where the lottery tickets are sold. The paper feels cool between your fingertips. Hear the subtle crinkle as the clerk hands it to you. Smell the faint scent of ink pressed onto the card. Your thumb brushes over the numbers, your chosen numbers, or perhaps quick pick numbers divinely selected for you. Each digit glows with meaning, each number humming like a note in a song composed just for your victory. Now imagine the night of the drawing. You sit perhaps in your living room, perhaps in a quiet corner where you can concentrate. The air feels charged, alive. The television flickers with anticipation. The announcer's voice rises and the winning numbers are. Feel your heart lift as each number is spoken, each one aligning perfectly with the numbers on your ticket. You blink, you check again, hardly believing, but yes, it is true. You have won. Pause in this moment. Let yourself feel the rush, the thrill, the wave of joy that sweeps through your body. Your palms tingle, your chest warms your eyes, water with disbelief turned to radiant knowing.
it is mine. This is not idle dreaming. This is rehearsal. This is the practice ground of demonstration. Think of Cynthia Stafford, who in 2007 imagined herself holding a check for $112 million. Not 100 million, not 120, she chose the exact number. She visualized, she dreamed, she walked through her days as if it were already done. And then, in perfect obedience to her unwavering vision, life delivered exactly what she had imagined. A check written for $112 million, the very sum she had seen with her inner sight. Such is the power of imagination when married to belief. Now let us go deeper. Close your eyes again and return to your victory day. Feel the weight of the ticket in your hand. The edges press gently into your skin. The surface is smooth, yet slightly rough, where the ink sits raised. Lift it to your nose, the faint scent of paper ink and possibility. Listen. The announcer's words ring like bells. The numbers are. Your breath catches as each one matches your own. The crowd in the background claps, the television music swells. And within you, silence, holy silence, because you know that something divine has unfolded. Breathe in this silence. Breathe in this miracle. Now, see yourself arriving at the lottery office. Imagine the feel of the pen in your hand as you sign the back of the winning ticket. Feel the texture of the envelope as you place it securely inside. See the officials smiling as they verify your win. The room smells faintly of polished wood and carpet cleaner, yet all you smell is victory. Imagine the check being placed in your hand. White paper, black ink, your name, and numbers that shift your life forever. Feel the weight of that paper, light as air, yet heavy with promise. Now, beloved, imagine the life that follows. The doors that open, the celebrations, the quiet peace of knowing you are free from worry. Imagine yourself giving generously, sharing with joy, creating beauty for others as well as for yourself. See yourself blessing your family, your friends, your causes, your community. Imagination is not only to receive, but also to design what you will do with what you have received. For the divine does not give to the selfish hoarder, but to the channel through which blessings flow. Therefore, in your imagination, do not only see yourself winning, see yourself living as a wise and generous steward of wealth. For the more you can feel that role, the faster the riches run to meet you. Now repeat softly with me. I see my victory. I feel my triumph. I live my win. My imagination is the womb of creation, and all I conceive within it must be born. Let those words echo in your heart. Again, I see my victory. I feel my triumph. I live my win. Pause, breathe, feel. Imagination is the womb. It is also the rehearsal hall of destiny. Athletes rehearse their wins in the mind before they set foot on the field. Singers hear their songs before their voices ever lift. And you, beloved, must hold the image of your wins so vividly that the universe has no choice but to bow to it. You may ask, but what if I cannot see it clearly? Then start small. Imagine yourself smiling. Imagine yourself laughing. Imagine yourself telling a loved one, I won. See their face light up, their arms reaching to embrace you. Hear their joyful words, I knew you could do it. Let their imagined belief feed your own. Every day return to this workshop of imagination. As a painter returns to canvas, as a sculptor returns to stone, return to your vision until it lives and breathes with you.
And when doubt arises, as it will say aloud, it is already mine. My imagination creates my reality.
Beloved, your lottery win is already alive in the unseen. The moment you conceived it, it was born. Your work is to nurture it, to water it, to live it inwardly until the outward matches the inward.
I invite you now, after this session ends, to take a quiet moment and write out your Victory Day vision in detail. Write every sight, sound, touch, smell, and taste you can imagine. Share it if you feel led in the comments, for your words will inspire another, and theirs may inspire you. Remember, every great manifestation begins with a picture held steady in the mind. Your imagination is not child's play. It is the divine workshop of miracles. And so it is. Beloved soul, we have walked together into the workshop of imagination, where victory is first crafted. But imagination alone is the seed. To cause that seed to sprout, to command the invisible to become visible, you must speak. For words are power. Words are law. Words are the chisels that shape substance into form. Florence Scovel Shinn declared, "Your word is your wand," and so it is. A wand not of wood and crystal, but of vibration. Each word you speak strikes the ethers like a tuning fork, summoning matter into obedience. You are not a beggar pleading with life. You are a creator decreeing to life what must be.
Now, let us draw the golden line between affirmations and decrees.
Affirmations are gentle reminders. Words you speak to steady the heart and soothe the mind. I am worthy of abundance. Money flows to me easily. They are true, they are healing, they are medicine to the soul. But decrees are fire. Decrees are thunder. Decrees are not requests, but commands. They are not soft whispers, but proclamations from the throne of your divine authority.
Think of a courtroom. A lawyer may argue, a witness may testify, but when the judge raises the gavel and decrees, the matter is settled. So it is with your life. When you decree, you act as judge and ruler, stamping your word into law.
Beloved, if you would manifest your lottery win, you must learn the tongue of decree. Let us practice together. Take a breath. Stand tall as if robed in invisible majesty. Lift your chin slightly and speak with me. I decree that money miracles and magnificent wins are mine now. Pause. Feel the vibration. The decree is not asking, it is establishing. It is writing in the book of life. Again, I decree that my winning numbers are revealed to me in perfect order and divine timing. The decree is specific, like an arrow aimed at a target. Affirmations feed faith, but decrees fix destiny. Consider this analogy. An affirmation is like watering a seed. It nourishes, it strengthens. A decree is like the sun itself, commanding the seed to sprout. Both are needed, but the decree carries weight, finality, certainty. Let me share a vision with you. Imagine yourself standing in a great hall of light. Before you stretches a courtroom, vast and shimmering. On one side stands doubt, fear, lack, those old voices that say, "It cannot be done." Who are you to win? They whisper their case. They argue their logic. But then, beloved, you rise. You are clothed in white fire, crowned with gold. In your hand is not a gavel, but the living word. You lift your voice and decree, I am victorious. I am prosperous. I have won the great prize. At once the hall resounds. The echoes shake the pillars. The voices of lack
fall silent. The decree has been spoken and law obeys. Do you feel the majesty of this role? This is who you are. Not a servant to fate, but the very decree maker of destiny. Let us practice more. Say it aloud. I decree unexpected wealth flows to me now. I decree that luck is my daily companion. I decree that my lottery win manifests in perfect alignment with divine law. I decree that every force of the universe conspires for my prosperity. Speak them as if mountains must bow, as if oceans must part, for they must.
There is a story, beloved, of a woman who struggled for years with financial lack. She spoke affirmations daily, yet her life shifted only slowly. One day she was taught the art of decreeing. She stood in her living room, lifted her hand, and declared, I decree abundance flows to me without delay. Within 24 hours, a forgotten debt was repaid to her. Within a week, she received a job offer beyond her qualifications. Within a month, money seemed to chase her instead of her chasing it. Why? Because she stopped asking and started commanding. She took her rightful place. Beloved, the lottery is no different. You do not beg for numbers. You decree alignment with them. You do not plead for fortune. You decree fortune bows before you. Listen carefully. Decrees must be spoken with authority, clarity, and faith. If you murmur them half-heartedly, they are as empty echoes. But if you speak them as law with conviction, vibrating through your very cells, the universe cannot deny them. Let us build together a decree for your lottery victory. Speak slowly with me, phrase by phrase. I decree that the infinite intelligence now guides me to my winning numbers. I decree that the day of my great win is appointed and sealed in heaven and earth. I decree that my victory brings blessings not only to me, but to all whose lives I touch. I decree that I stand already as a winner now and always. Breathe. Let it settle in your bones. The decree is a court order to the universe. Once issued, the universe reorganizes itself to fulfill it. The decree does not beg, it establishes. The decree does not wonder, it knows. Beloved, imagine yourself as a king or queen standing upon a balcony, the crowd below awaiting your word. When you speak, the realm obeys. When you decree, the land shifts. Speak now in that authority, not as one hoping, but as one knowing. Florence Scovel often reminded us, the invisible forces are ever ready to obey man's command, but only if spoken with faith and authority. Therefore, I charge you every morning and every night, speak at least one prosperity decree. Stand tall, let your voice be firm, and know that each decree is like a royal seal pressed into the wax of reality. And do not keep these words only within. Share them, beloved, for there is power in community. When one speaks, one decrees for self. When many speak, the decree becomes multiplied power. I invite you now pause after this session and write your favorite prosperity decree in the comments. Perhaps it is simple, I decree I am rich. Perhaps it is bold, I decree my lottery win is now manifest. Whatever it is, let it be yours, stamped with your authority. For remember, what you decree is done. It cannot be otherwise. And so it is. Beloved, there is a voice within you that is older than time, wiser than all books, clearer than any teacher. It is the still, small voice of intuition, the whisper of divine intelligence flowing directly into your mind. If imagination is the painter's brush and decree is the king's seal, then intuition is the messenger who delivers the exact details of your victory. For many ask, but how shall I know which numbers to play?
How shall I be guided in this vast sea of possibilities? And the answer is simple. You will be told. Not by chance, not by guesswork, not by frantic calculation, but by the subtle language of intuition, dreams, signs, hunches, synchronicities. Picture the lottery numbers as pearls resting in the depths of a great sea. To the hurried swimmer on the surface, they remain unseen. But to the diver who stills the breath, slows the heartbeat, and sinks into the silence, the pearls gleam, waiting to be gathered. So it is with you. You cannot force intuition. You cannot shout at it, command it with impatience, or wrestle it into submission. You can only quiet yourself enough to receive. Let us practice together now. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and breathe deeply. Feel your chest rise and fall. With each exhale, release the chatter of the day. With each inhale, invite in the calm of the infinite. Now, imagine yourself descending into a deep, tranquil sea. The surface above grows still as you sink lower into quiet. Around you, the water glows faintly with light. You feel safe, suspended, serene. And then you see them, pearls of light, each one marked with a number. They float before you, waiting to be chosen. Perhaps one shines brighter than the rest. Perhaps a sequence arranges itself before your eyes. Do not force. Simply allow. This, beloved, is how intuition speaks, through symbols, through glimpses, through subtle nudges. You may awaken from a dream with numbers clear in your mind. You may glance at a clock and the same digits repeat throughout the day. You may hear a song lyric, see a street address, notice a receipt, and the numbers stand out shimmering with recognition. These are not coincidences. These are pearls from the deep rising to meet you. There's a story of a man in New York who once dreamed of a sequence of numbers so vivid he could not forget them. He ignored the dream, at first dismissing it as nonsense. But the dream returned the following night and the night after that. Finally, he wrote the numbers down and played them. Days later, those very numbers were drawn, and he became a multi-millionaire. Was it chance? No. It was the divine voice repeating until he listened. Intuition, beloved, is like a radio. The signal is always broadcasting, but you must tune the dial to hear it clearly. Fear, doubt, and hurry are static. They drown out the message, but stillness, trust, and expectation refine the signal until the voice comes through. You may wonder, but how do I know the difference between intuition and imagination? Here is the secret: imagination you create, intuition you receive. Imagination feels like effort, like invention. Intuition arrives effortlessly, suddenly, often when you are not even seeking it. It may feel like a whisper, a flash of knowing, and it carries a certain calm certainty, as if it is simply true. Let us affirm together. I am attuned to divine guidance. My winning numbers are revealed to me with clarity and ease. Again, I trust my intuition. I recognize the signs. I receive the numbers meant for me. Breathe that in. Feel the peace of knowing you are not alone in this. Infinite intelligence, the same force that spins galaxies, is more than able to whisper 6 numbers into your heart. But beloved, you must listen. You must watch. You must record. For intuition is fleeting unless honored. Therefore, I urge you, keep a numbers journal. Each time a number appears in a dream, in a flash of thought, in a strange repetition,
write it down. Date it. Describe how it came. Over time, patterns emerge. The same digits may repeat, weaving themselves into a tapestry of guidance until the whole sequence is revealed. Do not dismiss the small signs. A number whispered once may be the first thread of destiny. Trust that the universe is weaving them together for you. And remember, intuition is gentle. It will not shout over the noise of your worry. It waits for your calm. It arrives when you are walking, showering, drifting to sleep, times when the mind is quiet. Beloved, the numbers are not hidden from you. They are offered. They are rising like pearls to the surface. You need only dive into silence and gather them. Repeat once more with me. I am a clear channel. I receive my winning numbers in perfect time. Feel the certainty of that. And now, beloved, I invite you after this session, begin your numbers journal. Keep it by your bed, in your pocket, or in your phone. Each sign, each dream, each nudge, record it faithfully. And if you feel led, share one of your signs in the comments that others may be inspired by your listening. For what is revealed to one is possible for all. The pearls of destiny are waiting. Dive, receive, trust. And so it is. Beloved, soul abundance is not a pond, but a river. It is not meant to stagnate, but to flow. The law of circulation is as sure as gravity. What you give returns. What you release comes back multiplied. To hoard is to choke the stream. To share is to keep it alive. The lottery win you are calling forth is not only for you, it is for all whom your life will touch. Divine law chooses conduits, not cul-de-sacs. You are not a dead end. You are a channel. The more freely you circulate, the more freely the universe pours into you. Think of water, beloved. Imagine a pool sealed off from every stream. At first it seems full, but soon the water grows stale. Algae blooms, decay sets in. Compare this to a flowing river, clear and vibrant, ever refreshed by its movement. Wealth is the same. Money that sits clutched in fear rots the spirit. Money that moves in generosity stays alive, fresh, expanding. There's a story from history that shines as warning. Andrew Jack Whitaker, who won a staggering $314 million in the Powerball, clutched his fortune but gave without wisdom, often pouring into destructive channels. He forgot the law of circulation, not only to give, but to give with divine guidance. His fortune dissolved, his life collapsed into chaos, and he became an emblem of squandered blessing. Why? Because he did not keep the current of wealth alive. He treated it as possession, not as a living stream. Beloved, when your win arrives, remember this: the law of circulation will guard your treasure. Give wisely, joyfully, prayerfully. Each gift is not loss, but seed, and each seed returns a harvest. Let us imagine together. See yourself holding your lottery check. You feel the paper in your hand, crisp and powerful. And now see yourself writing another check, a donation to a cause dear to your heart, a gift to a loved one, a blessing to a stranger in need. Feel the joy ripple through you as you circulate a portion of your win. Notice how the energy shifts. It is not fear, not loss, it is expansion. As the gift leaves your hand, the universe rushes to refill it. Repeat softly with me. What I give returns multiplied. My circulation keeps my wealth alive. Again, I am a river of prosperity, not a stagnant pool. Beloved, giving does not diminish you. It defines you as a channel of abundance. Even now, before the win, you can practice circulation. Buy a coffee for someone. Donate a coin. Offer a kind word, for generosity is not only money, it is spirit. Every act of giving primes the channels of return, Florence Scovel declared. Man can only receive what he gives. If you would receive millions, cultivate the heart of one who can give freely. If you would hold abundance, train your hands to release it joyfully. There is a woman I once knew who longed for financial breakthrough. Her mentor told her, "Give what you want to receive." Though she had little, she began to tithe small amounts to give to friends to surprise strangers. Within months, unexpected checks arrived, debts dissolved, opportunities blossomed. Her circulation became a magnet for prosperity. So it shall be with you. Begin now. Do not wait until the when. Circulate from your current well, however modest, and watch the flow increase. Now, imagine your post-win life. See yourself as a fountain, not a vault. You bless your family, but you also bless beyond your family. You sponsor, you build, you heal, you inspire. And as you circulate, your wealth never depletes, it multiplies. Repeat once more with me. I am a steward of flowing wealth. My giving opens doors to endless receiving.
Breathe that truth into your being. And now, beloved, I invite you reflect on a time when you gave freely, perhaps money, perhaps time, perhaps love, and an unexpected blessing came in return. Share that story in the comments, for in sharing, you remind others of the law of circulation at work. Remember always, the stagnant pool decays, but the flowing river sings. Keep your wealth alive, and it shall keep you alive in joy. And so it is. Beloved listener, you have imagined with all your senses, you have decreed with power. You have listened to the whispers of intuition, and you have learned the rhythm of circulation. And yet there is one more jewel to master, the jewel of time. For the lottery, like every harvest, unfolds according to divine timing. You cannot rush the sun to rise, nor command a seed to sprout before its hour. But you can water, you can tend, you can trust. And in that trust lies freedom. So many seekers stumble here. They imagine, they decree, they listen, and then they grow restless. They scratch at the soil to see if the seed is sprouting. They tug at the bud before it blooms. And in their impatience, they uproot what was growing. Beloved, hear me, your win is appointed. It is already sealed. But it shall ripen when the cosmic clock strikes its perfect hour. Think of a garden. You place the seed in dark soil. You water it faithfully. You do not stand over it demanding, "Why have you not sprouted? Where is my flower?" You know the laws of nature are at work invisibly, and so with peace, you wait, and one morning the green shoot pierces the ground. So it is with your manifestation. The laws of spirit are at work, unseen yet unstoppable. Each decree, each act of faith, each vision, each gift waters the soil. And one day, perhaps when you least expect, the shoot breaks through, the numbers align, the ticket matches, the miracle stands revealed.
Joan Ginther is a living testament. A woman from Texas, she won not once, not twice, but 4 times, accumulating millions upon millions. Was it random? No, beloved. It was timing. She trusted her hunches, played when guided, and each win unfolded in its appointed season. She did not force, she flowed. This is divine timing, not passive waiting, but active patience. Patience that is not dull, but alive. A waiting filled with joy, expectancy, thanksgiving. Let us practice together now. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply. See before you a great cosmic clock, its hands moving in perfect rhythm. You do not control the clock. You do not need to, for the designer has set it perfectly, and your appointed hour is etched upon its face. Now hear this truth in your heart: my win is scheduled. I rest in perfect trust. Again, the divine clock never delays, never forgets. My harvest arrives right on time. Feel the peace that washes through you as you release hurry, as you release grasping. Beloved, waiting joyfully does not mean doing nothing. It means preparing. It means living as if your win were already delivered, arranging your affairs, planning your giving, rehearsing your victory. A pregnant mother does not spend 9 months in despair, wondering if her child will ever arrive. She prepares the nursery, she gathers clothes, she chooses names. She waits in joyful expectation because she knows the birth is certain. So must you. Prepare as one who knows, not if, but when. Ask yourself, what will I do while I wait joyfully for my win? Will I write my victory vision daily? Will I bless others with what I already have? Will I practice decrees, intuition, circulation? Will I prepare a portion to give a portion, to invest a portion, to enjoy? Every act of preparation is proof of your faith, and faith magnetizes manifestation. Repeat after me. I live today in joyful readiness. My win is unfolding, and I am at peace. I release all impatience. I trust divine timing. What is mine cannot be withheld. My victory comes right on time. Beloved, impatience is fear in disguise. Trust is power revealed. Each time impatience whispers, answer it with thanksgiving. Thank you, universe, that my win is already mine. Thank you for delivering it at the perfect moment. The unseen clock ticks faithfully. You need not wind it. You need only trust it. And when the hour strikes, you will look back and say, it was perfect. It could not have been sooner. It could not have been later. It was right on time. So rest, beloved. Rest in expectancy. Live in joy. Walk in preparation. The garden is growing. The fruit is ripening. The clock is ticking. Your harvest is certain. Now, I invite you, write in the comments, what will I do while I wait joyfully for my win? Declare it, share it, inspire another with your readiness, for in your joyful waiting, you summon the harvest faster. Trust the unseen clock. Your victory is appointed, and so it is. Beloved, let us begin this sacred chapter as though it were dawn itself. Imagine the quiet of a morning, the first soft light pressing through your curtains, the silence that is not empty but full of possibility, full of divine whispers, full of prosperity waiting to be welcomed. In this tender hour, before the noise of the day takes hold, we embody the greatest spiritual secret of manifestation. We do not wait for the outer wind to feel victorious. We become the wind before the ticket. We wear the crown before it rests upon our head. We embody the feeling before the world delivers the form. This is the great law of demonstration that Florence Scovel Shinn taught. The invisible precedes the visible. The word precedes the manifestation. The inner knowing creates the outer event. When you rise in the morning, you must rise already victorious. The world does not give you your wealth. You give wealth to the world by the vibration you radiate. So let us walk through a sacred morning ritual together.
Feel yourself rising from rest, not with heaviness, but with lightness. Place your feet on the floor and whisper, "I walk in victory. I walk in abundance. I walk in joy." These words are not casual. They are keys that unlock invisible gates. Go to your mirror. Look at your reflection, not as someone becoming abundant, but as abundance itself. See in your eyes the glimmer of riches, not only of money, but of spirit, of peace, of health, of divine favor. Speak aloud, "I am the win. I am the answered prayer. I am the abundance that life celebrates today." Notice how your chest expands when you affirm this. Notice the calm confidence flowing into your bloodstream. You are training the cells of your body to expect miracles. You are training your mind to lean toward prosperity as naturally as the sunflower leans toward the sun. Now, imagine a morning table before you. On it rests a journal, a pen, and perhaps a candle. You light the candle not because the room needs light, but because your spirit thrives on symbols. The flame reminds you that your inner spark is eternal and unquenchable. You open the journal and write as though the prosperity has already arrived. "I am so grateful for the consistent prosperity that flows to me daily. I rejoice in the ease of money circulating through my life. I celebrate the divine appointments, the surprising wins, the perfect timing that blesses me again and again." As you write, you feel the joy bubbling. You feel yourself leaning forward into the day as if it were a festival of blessings. This is not imagination, only it is vibration. And vibration is law. When you embody prosperity before the outer sign appears, the sign must follow. It is the divine's promise. What you decree with conviction must clothe itself in form. Pause here, beloved, and take a deep breath. Place your hand on your heart and whisper, "I am already victorious." Feel the subtle shift, the difference between hoping for wealth and being wealth, between chasing abundance and standing as abundance. This, then, is the daily prosperity ritual. Rise in gratitude. Affirm in the mirror. Write as if the win has already been received. Move into the day with celebratory gratitude, as though the confetti of life has already fallen upon you. When you step out into the world, carry yourself with the posture of one who has already won. Others may ask, "What has happened? Why are you so radiant?" You will smile because you know that the outer events are only catching up with the inner certainty. Florence said man can only receive what he sees himself receiving. Therefore, let every morning be a rehearsal of receiving. Let your life become a stage upon which prosperity enters again and again, because you have already given it the role in your heart. Now, beloved listener, I invite you into a small but powerful act of embodiment. Choose one new daily abundance habit you will begin tomorrow morning. It could be your mirror decree. It could be your gratitude journal. It could be a prosperity walk where each step affirms, "Money loves me. Life supports me. Abundance is my natural breath." Whatever you choose, make it yours. Let it become a ritual that anchors you in the vibration of victory. Share this new habit if you feel inspired, so that others may be blessed by your example. Remember the ticket, the jackpot, the outer, when they are simply symbols. The true victory is not in waiting for them, but in becoming the win before they arrive. And when you live in that vibration, life has no choice but to decorate you with demonstration after demonstration. You are not chasing prosperity. You are not hoping for prosperity.
You are prosperity walking. You are the win in human form, and the world bows to that certainty. Beloved soul, we now step into one of the most radiant chambers of prosperity, the power of gratitude. Gratitude is not an afterthought, not something you save until the miracle has arrived. It is the fertile soil from which the miracle blossoms. It is both seed and harvest, both the planting and the reaping. Think of it this way: when you give thanks, you are sending sunlight to the seeds of prosperity. Imagine a garden without light seeds buried dormant waiting. Without gratitude, the seeds of your desires remain in shadow. But with gratitude, even before you see a single green sprout breaking through the soil, you are already radiating sunlight, and the soil responds. The seed stirs. Life awakens. Gratitude multiplies what it touches. Florence Scovel Shinn declared gratitude is the law of increase and complaint is the law of decrease. What you appreciate appreciates. What you thank thanks you by expanding in your life. Let me tell you a story. A woman once kept a small gratitude journal. At first, she wrote only 3 things a day, often repeating herself. I'm grateful for my bed. I'm grateful for my coffee. I'm grateful for my family. She wondered if it made any difference. But as the weeks passed, something subtle began to shift. She began noticing blessings she once overlooked: a smile from a stranger, the ease of a bill paid on time, the soft beauty of morning light on her window. Her journal grew longer each day. And then, as if by unseen hands, opportunities began to open. A promotion at work, an unexpected financial gift, a sense of lightness in her heart. Gratitude had multiplied her blessings. This is the law. Gratitude is both the magnet and the multiplier. Let us now practice together a sacred gratitude exercise. If you have a journal near, open it. If not, close your eyes and let your heart be the page. Write or whisper 3 blessings you hold in this moment. They do not have to be grand. Begin where you are. I am grateful for the breath that fills my lungs. I am grateful for the roof above me, the ground beneath me. I am grateful for the love that surrounds me, seen or unseen. Now take it deeper. Imagine your desire, your financial goal, your prosperity dream. And instead of saying, I hope for this, say, I am grateful now. Write as if it has already unfolded. I am so grateful for the consistent flow of money that blesses my life. I rejoice in the freedom I feel, the ability to give generously and live abundantly. I celebrate the divine timing that has aligned every blessing perfectly for me. Can you feel the shift? Gratitude lifts your vibration instantly. It pulls you out of waiting and into receiving. It transforms longing into having. Beloved, let me share another story. A man once lost nearly everything: his job, his savings, his sense of stability. At first, he fell into despair. But one evening, he remembered a teaching: give thanks for what remains, and what remains will multiply. So he gave thanks for his health. He gave thanks for a single supportive friend. He gave thanks for the air he breathed. Each day he added to his list until gratitude became his atmosphere. Within months, doors opened: unexpected job opportunities, new friendships, even the return of his financial flow. Gratitude had been the bridge between loss and restoration. So hear me now, gratitude is never wasted. It is not empty words. It is cosmic currency. Each thank you is a deposit into the bank of the universe, and compound interest flows back to you in ways you could not have orchestrated. Close your eyes once more, beloved, and breathe in this truth. I am grateful. I am blessed. I am increasing. Feel the warmth in your chest, the lightness in your body. This is the sunlight pouring into your garden. This is the multiplier of all winds. And so let us walk through the day as though each moment were a treasure hunt. Each blessing discovered is fuel for multiplication. You find a coin on the sidewalk, thank you. You receive a smile, thank you. You enjoy a meal, thank you. Every thank you builds momentum until your life becomes a symphony of gratitude, and prosperity cannot help but join the music. Beloved listener, I invite you now to participate in a living act of gratitude. Write down, or if you are listening, with your heart whisper aloud, 3 blessings that you celebrate today. They may be as small as the air on your skin or as great as a dream fulfilled. But let them be spoken, for words release power. And if you feel inspired, share these 3 blessings so that your gratitude may multiply not only in your life, but in the lives of all who hear or read it. Gratitude, once spoken, does not stay small. It ripples outward, blessing both the giver and the receiver. Remember always, gratitude is not a reaction to prosperity. Gratitude creates prosperity. Gratitude is not the end of the cycle. It is the beginning, the middle, and the end. Gratitude is the soil, the sunlight, the rain, and the harvest. So walk, beloved, with this affirmation flowing through you. I live in gratitude, therefore, I live in increase. Every thank you expands my blessings. Every blessing multiplies my joy. And so it is. Beloved, we have journeyed far together. We have planted the seed of prosperity, watered it with faith, and brought sunlight to it through gratitude. Now we arrive at a sacred moment integration. For what is knowledge without embodiment? What is wisdom without action? Florence Scovel Shinn taught that the universe responds not to scattered wishes, but to focused demonstration. And so let us gather every teaching, every practice, every vibration we have awakened into a single radiant framework. The 7 steps of spiritual lottery manifestation are not only steps toward winning, they are steps toward living as the embodiment of divine abundance in all areas of life. Step 1, visualization, seeing before receiving. Close your eyes, beloved, and imagine yourself already in possession of the win. Not just the ticket, not just the number, but the life that flows from abundance. See it in full color, as if you are walking through the movie of your own divine success. Visualization is rehearsal. It is painting the picture so clearly in your subconscious that the outer world cannot help but conform. You do not visualize in hope, you visualize in certainty. You see yourself living the life because the life is already yours in spirit. Every day, take a few moments to sit in stillness and walk through this inner film. Let the sights, sounds, and feelings become real. When you do, you awaken the law of demonstration, for what you can see, you can hold. Affirm, I see my prosperity clearly. My imagination paints my future, and my future obeys my vision. Step 2, decrees, the word as wand. Florence declared, your word is your wand. What you speak, you summon. What you decree with faith, the universe must obey.
Your affirmations are not casual phrases, they are divine commands. Say aloud, I am a magnet for consistent prosperity. Money loves to flow to me in ever-increasing amounts. My wins come with ease, joy, and perfect timing. Speak them not as a question, not as a wish, but as the law itself. When the cells of your body hear your conviction, they align. When the atmosphere around you hears your certainty, it rearranges. Step 3. Intuition. Trusting the inner nudge. Prosperity is not only about numbers and tickets, it is about divine timing and divine leading. Intuition is the compass that points you towards your blessing. When you feel a gentle nudge, buy a ticket today, speak to this person. Take this opportunity, honor it. Intuition rarely shouts, it whispers. It will not always make sense, but it always makes way. Florence said, intuition is a spiritual faculty and does not explain, but simply points the way. Practice listening. Each morning, place your hand on your heart and ask, what would you have me do today? Spirit, then trust the answer, however subtle. Step 4. Circulation, releasing to receive. Money, like water, must circulate. If you hoard it, stagnates. If you release with faith, it returns multiplied. Giving is not loss, it is investment in the law of return. Give where you are led. Share with joy. Release with the knowing that what you send forth returns sevenfold. Your generosity keeps you aligned with the flow of abundance. Affirm, I give freely and joyfully, and my giving multiplies my receiving. Step 5. Timing, trusting divine order. Beloved, prosperity has perfect timing. You may wish it to appear today, but Spirit knows the exact hour, the exact path, the exact sequence. Your task is not to force the calendar, but to trust the divine order. When delay appears, do not call it denial. Call it preparation. The blessing is being arranged for you in ways you cannot yet see. Florence taught infinite spirit opens the way for my great abundance. I am an irresistible magnet for all that belongs to me by divine right. Repeat this whenever impatience arises, and rest in the certainty that your prosperity is never late, never lost. It is simply aligning perfectly. Step 6. Gratitude, multiplying every win. We have already walked deep into gratitude, but let us reaffirm gratitude is the great multiplier. It transforms every seed into a harvest, every moment into a miracle. Never let a blessing pass without thanksgiving. Never let a day close without gratitude. Each thank you is a spiritual magnet drawing more to itself. Step 7. Embodiment, living the win now. Finally, beloved, comes embodiment. You must live as if the demonstration has already occurred. You must walk, speak, breathe, and move in the vibration of wealth before it ever touches your hand. This does not mean reckless spending, it means carrying yourself with the poise of one already victorious. It means practicing joy, peace, and generosity today, not someday. When you embody the win, you collapse the distance between desire and demonstration. You cease waiting and you begin living, and life mirrors your state. Now let us weave these 7 steps into a single story, the story of you. Imagine your journey as a hero's path. At first, you were curious, wondering if prosperity could be yours. You listened, you learned, you began to practice. You discovered visualization, saw yourself victorious, and it stirred hope. You began to decree, and your words carried power. You tuned into intuition, and small signs began to guide you. Then you learned circulation, and with every act of giving, you noticed the flow widening. You discovered timing, and patience became faith. You deepened in gratitude, and blessings multiplied. And finally, you embodied prosperity. You became the win before the ticket. And as you lived this way, prosperity could not help but arrive. The law of demonstration is sure. You are the hero of this journey, and the treasure you sought was not only the outer jackpot, but the inner certainty that you are one with abundance itself. Now, beloved, let us seal this integration with a personalized action plan. Take a moment now in stillness and write or declare aloud your commitment to practice each step. For example, I will visualize each morning for 5 minutes. I will speak 3 decrees with conviction daily. I will honor 1 intuitive nudge this week. I will circulate by giving with joy. I will trust divine timing in all things. I will record 3 gratitudes each evening. I will embody abundance in my posture, words, and choices. When you commit, you anchor. When you write, you crystallize. When you act, you demonstrate. And so I invite you now, beloved, to take your stand. Write or declare these words. I walk in abundance. I integrate these steps. I live as prosperity, and prosperity lives as me. If you feel led, share this declaration, for when spoken publicly, it deepens your commitment and inspires others. The 7 steps are not theory, they are practice, and practice makes prosperity permanent. Beloved, let us now stretch our vision even wider. For prosperity is not confined to money alone. True abundance flows through every river of your life, your health, your relationships, your creativity, your peace of mind. If we seek only the jackpot and forget the rest, we are like a traveler who finds one jewel but ignores the treasure chest at his feet. The abundant life is not only the moment of winning, it is the daily rhythm of living richly in every dimension. It is waking with vitality. It is being surrounded by love. It is creating with freedom. It is finding beauty even in the ordinary. Florence Scovel Shinn taught the game of life is a game of giving and receiving, and life is not satisfied to bless you. In one corner, it desires to flood every corner of your being. Abundance in health. Imagine your body now as the sacred vessel of prosperity. Feel your heart beat steady, strong, faithful. This too is wealth, beloved. For what good is gold if you do not have the health to enjoy it? Speak to your body with words of prosperity. Every cell of my body vibrates with divine health. I am strong. I am radiant. I am filled with energy. See yourself waking in the morning with vitality coursing through you. See yourself moving with ease, breathing deeply, laughing freely. This is abundance, and it is your divine right. Remember, health is not an accident, it is also an atmosphere. Nourish yourself with words, with foods, with rest, with joy. Let health be part of your daily prosperity practice. Abundance in relationships. Now imagine your relationships glowing with harmony and love. For wealth without love is poverty in disguise. The abundant life surrounds you with people who uplift, encourage, and celebrate you, and in turn, you do the same for them. Florence wrote, "No man is your enemy, no man is your friend, every man is your teacher. Each relationship is a mirror, each interaction an invitation to demonstrate love." Say aloud, "I am surrounded by love. I attract divine companions. Every relationship in my life flourishes in harmony and joy."
Feel this truth expand in you. Picture yourself laughing with friends, embraced by family, cherished in partnership, encouraged by community. This too is prosperity, the riches of connection, belonging, and shared joy.
Abundance in creativity. Beloved, you are not here only to consume blessings, you are here to create them. Creativity is the spark of divine abundance flowing through you. Whether you paint, write, sing, build, design, or simply dream, every act of creation is prosperity made visible.
See yourself creating with freedom, without fear, without self-doubt. Imagine your ideas flowing easily, doors opening for your projects, joy accompanying every work of your hands. Affirm divine ideas flow through me. I am richly supplied with creativity. What I create blesses the world and prospers me in return. Creativity is not reserved for artists, it belongs to you. Every time you solve, build, imagine, or express. This too is abundance, and it multiplies with use.
Seeing every day as a win.
Beloved, abundance is not a far-off goal, it is a daily rhythm. Every day can be a win if you learn to see with prosperous eyes. The sunrise is a win. The laughter of a child is a win. A meal shared in peace is a win. When you live this way, you are never without reason to celebrate. The jackpot becomes only one note in the symphony, not the whole song, and life becomes a constant flow of prosperity.
Imagine waking each day and asking, "Where's the win today?" and then rejoicing as you discover it in the simple, the subtle, the sacred. The lifestyle of true prosperity. Now, close your eyes and walk through a vision with me. Imagine a day in your abundant life.
You rise in health energy flowing through you. You affirm your prosperity, and gratitude fills your chest. You share breakfast with loved ones, laughter sweetening the morning. You go forth into your day, creating, serving, expressing your gifts. Money flows with ease, but it is only one stream among many.
In the afternoon, you enjoy moments of peace, perhaps a walk in nature, perhaps time to read or rest. In the evening, you connect again with people who bring joy, love, and encouragement. And as night falls, you lie down with gratitude, knowing the day itself has been a jackpot. This, beloved, is the abundant life beyond the jackpot. It is not waiting for one great event to feel prosperous. It is living richly every day. And so I invite you now into reflection. What is one non-money abundance goal you will set for yourself? Perhaps it is radiant health. Perhaps it is a relationship flourishing. Perhaps it is a creative dream realized. Write it, speak it, share it if you feel led. For when you claim it, the universe hears you.
Affirm, I am wealthy in every way. My health prospers, my relationships prosper, my creativity prospers, my joy prospers. Every day I live abundantly, and every day life returns abundance to me. And so it is. Beloved soul, we have arrived at the closing chamber of this journey. The seed has been planted, the soil nourished, the garden grown. Now in this sacred moment, we gather all that has been awakened and we seal it into the rhythm of your being. This is not merely the end of a teaching, it is the beginning of a life. For once the vibration of prosperity has entered your heart, it cannot leave you. You are forever changed. You are forever rich. So now let us enter a ceremony of affirmation, a sacred echo between your voice and mine, between your soul and the infinite spirit. Let every word be spoken not as repetition, but as declaration. For as Florence Scovel Shinn taught, a man's word is his wand filled with magic and power. Preparation. Take a deep breath. Inhale slowly, letting your chest expand with divine abundance. Hold the breath, then release gently, letting go of every remnant of doubt or fear. Again, inhale prosperity. Exhale limitation. Feel yourself seated in a sacred space. Whether you are in a quiet room or beneath the open sky, let this moment be holy. Imagine a soft, golden light surrounding you. This is the light of divine supply, the glow of infinite prosperity. Now place your hand upon your heart. Feel the steady rhythm of life within you. This is wealth. This is victory. This is proof that you are supported by the infinite. The call and response ritual. I will speak. You will echo. Let your voice, whether aloud or within, carry conviction. For these are not mere words, they are the law itself. I call, I am one with infinite abundance. You respond, I am one with infinite abundance. I call, prosperity flows to me with ease and delight. You respond, prosperity flows to me with ease and delight. I call, I am the win before the ticket. You respond, I am the win before the ticket. I call, my word is my wand, and I decree only victory. You respond, my word is my wand, and I decree only victory. I call, divine ideas lead me to right opportunities. You respond, divine ideas lead me to right opportunities. I call, I give freely, and I receive multiplied blessings. You respond, I give freely, and I receive multiplied blessings. I call, gratitude multiplies every good in my life. You respond, gratitude multiplies every good in my life. I call, I embody prosperity here and now. You respond, I embody prosperity here and now. Deepening layer of repetition. Now, let us take each truth deeper with layered repetition. Speak these 3 times, feeling each cycle take root further in your spirit. Together we affirm, I walk in abundance, I walk in abundance, I walk in abundance. Money loves me, money loves me, money loves me. Every day is a win. Every day is a win. Every day is a win. I am grateful, I am increasing, I am prosperous. Repeat 3 times. The ceiling vision. Close your eyes now, beloved, and see yourself standing at the center of your abundant life. Around you flows health, love, creativity, freedom, joy. Above you shines the golden light of divine supply. Below you, the earth rises in support. Within you, the flame of prosperity burns eternal. See money flowing with ease. See relationships blossoming. See your body vibrant. See opportunities arriving at perfect timing. See yourself smiling, laughing, giving, receiving. And now, hear these words as if the infinite itself were speaking to you. You are my beloved, and it is my good pleasure to give you the kingdom. All that I have is yours. All that you desire by divine right is already prepared. Walk in joy, for the demonstration is sure. You are forever supplied. Let these words settle into you, beloved, as seeds sealed in fertile soil. Now let us close with a circle of final affirmations. Repeat after me slowly with full conviction. I am rich in mind, body, and spirit. I am aligned with divine supply. My wins are inevitable, my prosperity unshakable. I rejoice in every blessing seen and unseen. I am a magnet for consistent prosperity. I am free, I am full, I am forever abundant.
Breathe these words in. Let them fill your lungs, your heart, your cells. With every breath, you are becoming the affirmation itself. Sacred silence. And now we enter stillness. Let there be no call, no response. Only silence. Only the vibration of truth ringing within you. Sit here for a few moments, bathed in the light of abundance. Let the silence itself speak. Let it remind you that you are already wealthy, already whole, already complete. Beloved, this is the end of the script, but not the end of the journey. For prosperity will walk with you now in every breath, every step, every word. You are no longer waiting, you are living. You are no longer seeking, you are demonstrating. You are no longer hoping, you are embodying. And so we close this ceremony with a final whisper, soft but eternal. I am abundance. I am prosperity. I am the win. And so it is.